But when I went through the topic of the subtitles of the talk, what really made me enthusiastic was the history of hypertension or blood pressure measurement and the future of what is going to happen into the hypertension. These are the two things which really made me, as a student of medicine, delve into what is happening into the blood pressure measurements, what is going to happen into the future. I was talking to Dr. Datta also that probably we are not far away from the renal denervation therapy, where the resistant hypertension and the hypertension requiring a lot of drugs and not controlled very much would be taken care of by renal denervation therapy. This would be a very good information for the young physicians in the audience. Even I was very much enthusiastic when I went through the history of hypertension. Before 1977, if you go into the literature and see about the history of blood pressure measurement, very sketchy details are there. There's a beautiful paper by Dr. Jeremy Booth, which was basically an essay contest held in 1977, published in Proceedings of the Royal Society of London. It won a prize for it and was published into it. It was really surprising that the circulation was mentioned by William Harvey in the middle of the 16th century. And it took almost 100 years after the observation by William Harvey by a gentleman called Stephen Hales, who looked at the torn arteries and saw a spurt coming out of it. And in fact, he graduated from Royal College of London in medicine. He was, apart from the physician, had more interest in astronomy and more so interest in botany. He was studying the pressure dynamics of the sap coming out of the trees. And once he saw the torn vessels spurting out of it, he started to look at the pressure dynamics coming out of the blood vessels and published a very good paper in which what he did was he made a live mirror lie down and opened up a coronal artery, put a brass tube into it, the diameter of 1/6 of an inch, got a pointer, need a pointer, and attached the glass pipe almost 9 feet vertically, and these two tubes were connected by the gooseneck, the trachea of the gooseneck, and then the encircling suture around the brass pipe was taken off, and they saw the blood pressure going up and down. Almost 8.3 feet was the blood pressure moving up with each beat. That is how was the first recorded history of the blood pressure recording was written down into the medical literature. Almost 100 years thereafter, nobody, that was a paper by this gentleman called Poisely. He was a French person, one of the physicians. I need a pointer. Can you give me a pointer? You don't have it, so fine. Poisely, famous for work on viscosity in the blood circulation and resistance into the circulation. He was the first person to write down a thesis using sphygmomanometer, mercury manometer, invasively and measuring the blood pressure. It was his MD dissertation in those days. But the problem was The third was, of course, a surgeon. Nobody mentions it. He also cannulated the artery in the animals and saw the blood pressure. But it was left to Riva Rossi, who invented sphygmomanometer and used a mercury column, a manometer, rubber sleeve, and a squeeze bag. But the problem with the Riva Rossi sphygmomanometer was that the cuff was very small. It was just 5 centimeters. It was left to Von Recklinghausen to devise a standard cuff which we are using these days. That was a past, apart from the Krotokov, the Russian person who just concentrated on the songs which we hear these days and label the blood pressure as a systolic or a diastolic blood pressure Krotokov songs. This happened somewhere around this mercury manometer and kept on into this century itself, almost into the 2000s. We were having the classical mercury manometer to take care of the blood pressure. Then came the Android manometers, which would be we are using day in, day out. Now the mercury, we are tuned to seeing the blood pressure with the mercury manometers, most of the people, but India, including USA and the other countries, have stopped using mercury, in fact banned mercury, except for UK and few European countries. And these days what we are using is a hybrid sphygmomanometers, where the electronic power gauge acts as LCD based electronic power gauge acts as a kind of a mercury column where we see the and we got a standard blood pressure monitoring system to measure it. More than that, this the history of it. What we are going to see is ambulatory blood pressure monitoring system, which we will be talking just now. The most common thing and the blood pressure, which is what just a reading, and the target organ damage, and the cardiovascular mortality, and the stroke. The measurement of blood pressure is the clinical procedure of the greatest importance, but is performed in the sloppiest of the manners. If you ask me how to take a blood pressure, the guidance for taking a blood pressure, where the patient should be seated in a comfortable environment, take 3 readings of it, discard first reading, take average of the last 2 readings, no coffee, no tea, sitting position or a supine position, and the arm should be supported. And you should be measuring the blood pressure in both arms. The guidelines are for doing not a sequential but a simultaneous blood pressure assessment into the both arms. But if you go into the details of this timing procedure, the one patient which would require a proper blood pressure assessment would take somewhere around 8 minutes to see blood pressure. That is probably will not be applicable into whatever clinical settings we are working, except for the hypertension clinic in PGI where we were working. Yes, we would take around 7 to 8 minutes to see blood pressure. But then that was a hypertension clinic where we would be seeing a clinic on clinic day 15 to 20 patients for a resident who would start his day at 8:30 in the morning and would end up at 4:30. But in actual clinical practice, when you see it to a clinical practice, spend just 2 to 3 minutes of seeing a blood pressure. Most of the times, the blood pressure is either underestimated or overestimated. Then how do you go about it? The standard cuff, if you go classically, it is 12 centimeter by 36 centimeters. The width of it is 12 centimeters and the length of it is circumferential coverage is around 36 centimeters. But various guidelines are there. There are cuffs for the kids and there are the cuffs for the people with a huge circumference. Now, if we do not spend the conventional given 8 to 11 minutes, which we say that should be given for a blood pressure estimate, what is going to happen? Almost, if you don't do a rest, just the patient walks into the clinic and you see the blood pressure estimation will go up by 6 millimeters of mercury. The patient is not seated properly, the blood pressure can go by 6 to 8 millimeters of mercury. Cough, when you are estimating the blood pressure and the cough is not at the level of the mid-sternal portion or the chest portion, the blood pressure will again go up. Cough, most of the times in our clinics will not be of the appropriate size except for majority of the patients, but if they are obese or they are thin armed, then the blood pressure will also under-coughing and over-coughing would underestimate and overestimate the blood pressure. And if the inflation does not happen properly, which is a classically 2 millimeters of mercury for every minute, every few seconds, the blood pressure estimation would be overestimation or underestimation. That is a basic problem with it. The classical recommendations are take 3 average readings at 1 minute's interval, leave the first reading, take the average of the 2 readings. Now, that was a problem felt in European countries or in the USA because the cost of treatment of hypertension is tremendous and the insurance companies are paying for it. So the people walking down into the clinic would have a very high blood pressure, whether to start a blood pressure therapy on it or not. This ambulatory blood pressure monitoring system was used as a mandatory tool in all the clinical and clinical pharmacological trials which the drug companies conduct. They are mandatory for them to trial do a drug effect studies and pharmacokinetic and dynamic studies based upon the ambulatory pressures, and whatever the trials data comes out is based upon the ambulatory blood pressure monitoring systems, not on the single office blood pressure monitoring systems only. The advantage and probably this is the reason that it has come into an insurance system in US. People are being paid for using the ambulatory blood pressure system. Ambulatory blood pressure system is a cumbersome device. Probably in Dehradun we could use it only twice in few of the VIP patient who could afford it. It's like the interpretation is cumbersome, but the advantage is that it gives a reading over 24 hours. The second is the single blood pressure, office blood pressure reading. Would it correlate with the target organ damage in a very high blood pressure? If it is not there or it is there, it's a very difficult question to answer. But being recording over 24 hours is a better guide of a target organ damage and a associated cardiovascular mortality. And the third advantage would be into the white coat hypertension or a white coat effect patients where the blood pressure is abnormally high walking down into the clinic. But whether we need to start a treatment or not, that is a pertinent question. So that's the place where the ambulatory blood pressure monitoring system would come into a play and would help. Fourth, the most common advantage, most quoted advantage for the ambulatory blood pressure monitoring system would be a non-dippers. Usually during sleep the blood pressure tends to fall off less than, we will give a reading for it, less than 120/70. But if the blood pressure does not fall during the sleep, it is associated with the increased cardiovascular mortality. So these are the non-dipper patients which will be recognized in common garden office recordings of the blood pressure. And if you want to see the peak and trough ratio of the blood pressure medicines, whether they are taking care of all across the 24 hours period, then the ambulatory blood pressure monitoring system would be very much helpful. Resistant hypertension is the another category where the ambulatory blood pressure monitoring system would not give the analysis of the drug effect in a cross-sectional but not longitudinal basis. So the classical procedure which would be followed is that the inflation interval should be at 20 to 30 minutes. Usually at least 14 measurements should be there in the awake period, and at least 7 measurements period should be there in the night phase. So the problem with the ambulatory recording system is that it is like recording is like a ECG graph. Neither the technicians are much trained, nor the people who are reading it are still trained. We had a record of 2 patients, we had to call the people all the way from the Delhi. They implanted it, we kept them into the hospital, and then measured there. This was more of a ECG recording type of a thing. There you have a vertical where the pressure is there, the horizontal bar represents the timing, and the 2 horizontal bands record the systolic and diastolic blood pressure, and the peak and trough records the blood pressure, systolic and in the diastolic phase. Based upon the ambulatory blood pressure recording, the cardiovascular mortality can be predicted in a more defined way. The normal recordings would be less than 135 by 85 in the awake period and less than 120 by 70 in the asleep period. Now, in high-risk groups with the multiple risk factors or established heart disease or a stroke or a chronic kidney disease, even the normal blood pressure recording readings we want more optimal. So we will go in with less than 130 by 80 and less than 115 by 80, 65 millimeters of mercury. These would be a normal recordings for them. And anything more than 140 by 90 or the sleep blood pressure of more than 125 by 65 should be considered as a normal, and the drug therapy needs to be started. But the limitations are there. The intermittent inflation, deflation may not be to the best comfort of the patient, and more expensive than the conventional system, because you need to have the inflation system, you need to have the monitor system, you need to have the data analysis, editing of that data analysis, and the analysis of the data. It comes like a 24-hour ambulatory heart recording. So this is the way the ambulatory recording would come. Hypertension in India, probably I could not get any the data about the epidemiological data about the hypertension. All the data which are being generated in India, we also published our data in Indian Heart Journal last year, epidemiology of coronary artery disease, out of which almost we had a tertiary care center-based data where the hypertension was to the tune of around 42%, but it is a biased data because the people come with the comorbid conditions, so the hypertension incidence is more. In 2013, the meta-analysis of the few trials was published in Journal of Hypertension. The prevalence was to the tune of 9.8%. Surprisingly, the data which was previously quoted from the Western literature into the Indian scenario, whatever if you read the Brown World and read the chapter of epidemiology of hypertension, the rural population is somewhere around 10%, the urban population is somewhere around 25%, 30%. But this meta-analysis is surprising. They looked into, they divided India into 4 portions: north, south, east, and the west. And then they created a cumulative data and did a meta-analysis of the data published from Jaipur, they published from Kolkata, they published it from, they collected all the data. And then the prevalence came out to be this. Around rural population 27.6% and urban population 33.8%. The more surprising figures were, prevalence data was this, but the proportion of the patients out of these percentages who would be aware of their hypertension status was still almost 40 to 30%. So in urban population, out of the 33% of the people who had a hypertension, only 41, almost 42% knew that they had got a hypertension. In urban population, it was quarter of it. And out of the people who were aware that they had a hypertension, the people who were getting actual treatment was almost again 35%, 37%. And surprisingly more than that, out of the people who were being treated for hypertension, sir, the people, proportion of the patient who are getting their blood pressure controlled was poorly, very poorly controlled, almost 20% or 10%. So if you see the figure, out of 33% of the epidemiological population of hypertension, very low percentage, proportion of the patients are really being treated for hypertension, and very few people have a control of blood pressure. And what the guidelines say, of all the guidelines, the European Society of Hypertension, American Heart Association, American Society of Hypertension, GNC8 is the relatively new one, came of last year, but it is not a guideline. These are recommendations based upon the previous information. If you go into the nutshell of all the guidelines put together, the threshold for drug treatment has gone down to more than 140 by 90 millimeter of mercury. And in elderly, more than, in one of the guidelines it is 60 years, more than 60 years, in one of the guidelines it is more than 80 years, it is 150 by 90 millimeters of mercury. And except in European Society of Hypertension, where the beta blockers, that too vasodilatory beta blockers, are considered among first line of therapy. Rest of them are not favoring beta blockers as a first line therapy. And all across the guidelines, which the consensus which is there is, if the blood pressure is more than 160 by 100 millimeter of mercury, start with the drugs, start with the two drugs. Now there are Indian guidelines. They came in 2013. The first guidelines came in 2003, second came in 2007 and 13. One of my friends, is a professor in Punjab. He was a part of the writing document with it. There's a A, B, C, D of hypertension drug treatment. A is angiotensin receptor blockers or angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitors. B is beta blockers, and there too are vasodilatory beta blockers. C is calcium channel blockers, and D are the diuretics. So in younger population, where the sympathetic drive is more, you may go in with the first line of therapy would be A or angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitors or ARBs, or vasodilatory beta blockers, but in preferred therapy in older population would be calcium channel blockers or the diuretics. Probably majority of the guidelines, diuretics have not been now proposed as a first line of therapy. Step a combination of three, and if there are angiotensin and calcium channel blockers are added, you add up diuretics and still the blood pressures are not controlled, then you use alpha blockers or the aldosterone antagonists. The one change which has come across all the guidelines, whether it is the European Society of Cardiology, ECS, the European Society of Hypertension, or the Indian guidelines, among the diuretics, initially it was a hydrochlorothiazide, but now the chlorothalidone has been, because of the better control of the blood pressure in the various trials, more efficacy. This is a diuretic of choice as compared to the hydrochlorothiazide. Beta blockers initially were used as a first line therapy, but as of now, the no trial data except for stroke favors beta blockers either in life study or in the study where they were compared with the calcium channel blockers. Yes, the newer beta blockers which do not share the traditional side effects of the conventional beta blockers, are the third generation beta blockers are the choice for when we are using a beta blockers for hypertension. Now, the two classical trials, the SPRINT and the HOPE-3, are the trials which were conducted in the last 2 years and really have tried to look at the blood pressure control. One was a trial in intensive versus standard blood pressure high cardiovascular risk group. High cardiovascular risk group by family score or by the other established heart disease, stroke, chronic kidney disease and other multiple risk factors. They try to control a systolic blood pressure intervention, and the two subgroups were made. One was 120, the subgroup with a blood pressure control of 120 millimeter of mercury, and the other blood group of 140 millimeter of mercury, but in a non-diabetic population, and the outcomes were classical major adverse cardiac events. Overall, the benefits of the intensive blood pressure therapy were more in favor than the harm in population of the people who had a high degree of cardiovascular risk factors. So this trial supports the classical hypothesis which was proposed in GMC 7, where they said that after 115 by 85 millimeters of mercury, every rise of 20 millimeters of mercury would double up the cardiovascular mortality. So in high-risk population, the meticulous control of blood pressure is beneficial than the classical recommended blood pressure control of 140 by 90, which is some current recommendations for guidance. But they are applicable in the subset of population which are not at a high cardiovascular risk. But in high cardiovascular risk, still we would, as a cardiologist or as would love to have a control of blood pressure to the tune of 120 by 80 millimeters of mercury. So in this case, the drug, the two things came out. One was a chlorothalidone and one was a amlodipine as a calcium channel blocker of choice. Now this is very recently published HOPE-3 trial. It is for 2 arms. One is for the blood pressure in low and intermediate risk patients. The control of blood pressure in low and intermediate risk patients with use of either with a combination or candesartan and hydrochlorothiazide. The no significance difference in outcome was, and the total mortality was needed in the subset of the people who had a low and intermediate risk group. The basic take-home message was that the classical the lower the better hypothesis is not true in the case of the blood pressure. It is true in case of lipid lowering therapy, but it is not true in case of the blood pressure. There is a J-curve hypothesis where the blood pressure beyond 120, if it is lowered in low intermediate cardiovascular risk patients, if you lower it below 120 by kb, there is no benefit of lowering it. In fact, the cardiovascular mortality will tend to go up. Now, what do you do in the diabetic population? There is no benefit of lowering the blood pressure to less than 120 millimeter than the 140 millimeter. So the classical recommendation would range still between 140 by 90 millimeter of mercury. Now, there are two things to the blood pressure. One is the drug therapy, where to start a drug therapy in patients of hypertension. The other is what goals you want to achieve at the end of the day when you are taking the blood pressure. If you see that in general population, the goal of comparing the morning versus the night dose, the cardiovascular risk factor coverage and non-dipper coverage is more with the nighttime doses, because whatever the mortality happens because of the increased risk of hypertension and onto the stroke or onto the cardiovascular. The non-dippers, the people who do not have a dipping of blood pressure in the night and persistent hypertension in the night would have more risk of developing these episodes. So giving the blood pressure antihypertensive drugs helping in the daytime or the night time is preferable to the daytime. So in the conclusion, it's a major health problem, but we would love as the interventionist, but as a common physician speaking it, if the ambulatory blood pressure monitoring system becomes more affordable and it becomes more economical, sir, that should be the future of measuring the blood pressure, because in majority of the clinics, whether they are in medical colleges or we do not spend much time into seeing the blood pressure. The load of work is so much that it tends to be shortcut. And that is what I was talking to Dr. Datta also. We need to devise our own guidelines, sir. Guideline-based therapy based upon the robust randomized controlled trial data, and then applying it on our own population and seeing the results of the outcome is the only answer probably which is going to give a reduction in mortality and hypertension, which is a great problem. Thank you very much.
Arterial blood pressure monitoring.
So the differences between the variations in intra-arterial blood pressure monitoring and the office blood pressure monitoring system, there is a difference with more than 20 by 10 millimeters of mercury.
Yeah.
But once you are applying it to the daily office blood pressure recording system, we will not be able to pick up this much of difference. So that
that study was
that's from the journal. So that is difference is more than 20 by 10 millimeters.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You enumerated the pitfalls in taking blood pressure, and it's one disease where numbers are important, which differ a patient from a normal person. And one very important thing is, why we overestimate in the doctor's clinic is, we try to write the blood pressure from memory. We do the full clinical examination, and then when we write, we try to overestimate. That is, from memory, then I'll be rounding off the number also. The data that we showed, 85, I get to see somebody writing blood pressure of 135 by 85, or 145 by 82. So they round off 84, 86, 88, 90. You won't get an odd number.
Sir, probably this problem is going to be taken care of, sir. They are not able to do it in this place. You know what the button on the balloon, sir. If you hear a systolic blood pressure, then record a systolic blood pressure. If you hear a diastolic blood pressure, if you want to record a diastolic blood pressure, you record a diastolic, and that will be displayed on the bottom line display monitor. So if you see the current non-mercury hybrid manometers in whatever we are using, precisely alright, sir. You are saying is that you write it down to your memory. But this is not there in the rest. You record this, you hear a first dot of sound. You press a button, that will be recorded, sir. It will be recorded even or whatever the reading is. Once it is a diastolic blood pressure, you press the button, it will be recorded downstairs. And it will be stored into the memory, sir. Whatever these hybrid manometers which are being used in the West are based on this module, sir. That is recorded. And it is recorded not for single reading, it is recorded for multiple readings. But in our setup, this we shifted from the conventional mercury manometers to the hybrid manometers which we are using into our clinic these days. Still this problem is there. But probably in a year or so, if this comes in this, they put a press in it, this reading is recorded. So it is 134 by 85. It will be recorded, sir. It will be recorded, displayed. You can just put a display on, record it, and write it.
That's correct.